Hello students, good morning once again. We will continue our chapter 8, that is human health and disease. This chapter will help you in future study. This chapter is so much interesting, and this topic all students must be watched till the end, because this topic will help you to know that how a virus infects a normal cell and increases its number. So today's topic is your AIDS, which is called acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Clear students? The full form of AIDS is acquired immune deficiency syndrome, and this is caused by the virus HIV. HIV means human immune deficiency virus. Okay, AIDS is caused by the virus that is called HIV virus, and first the AIDS is detected in the year 1981, and within 25 years it reaches up to 25 million, in which more than 25 million people are died. As we know, this is a deadly disease. There is no medicine for AIDS. And why this is called as syndrome, deficiency syndrome? Immune means when any person get affected from AIDS, its immune system get completely lost. A small infection can lead to a large or deadly disease. And syndrome it is called as it has many symptoms. Remember students, syndrome means multiple or many symptoms. So we will study AIDS. AIDS means acquired immune deficiency syndrome. In this disease, our immune system get affected, completely affected, and this disease is caused due to HIV virus, and it is called syndrome as it has multiple or many symptoms. Clear? So how this disease occurs and what are its causes? As we know that it is a viral disease, so there is no medicine or no other vaccines for it. It is transmitted from a normal healthy person, infected person to a normal person through many ways. Means by sexual contact, next through infected needle, then blood transfusion, infected blood transfusion, etc. etc. So what are they? We will understand this. Sexual contact means if multiple sex partner is used by the human being, he or she may suffer from AIDS, because the virus travel through the body fluid. Clear? Next is your infected needle. As we know, some people take or addicted with some drugs, and they take the drugs intravenously, means in the veins. When 5 or 7 friends are sit together, they use a single syringe or needle to take the drugs, means through their veins. One take one dose, then give to another, then that person give to another person. So in this way, the needle get transmitted and the virus get transmitted through blood to all the persons, and they also get affected. Next, blood transfusion. If we are taking a blood from a donor and we are not clearly known about its past history, means whether the person is AIDS affected. If that person is AIDS affected and the blood get transfused into our body, then it may make us an AIDS patient. Clear? So these are the mediums through which AIDS travels. And the virus, the group of virus which is responsible for causing AIDS is your retrovirus. The virus name is retrovirus. In common cold, we have seen the rhinovirus group of virus. Here AIDS is caused due to retrovirus. Clear students? In common cold, the virus is rhinovirus, but here the virus is retrovirus. So how this virus get entry into our body and infects our normal cell? Let's understand this through this diagram. This is the virus. This is the virus. Inside this you can see the white colored. This is the RNA which carries the genetic material of virus, and this is the protein coat which prevents the viral RNA from damage. This is the RNA. As we know, the virus either contain the genetic material DNA or contain RNA, and the RNA is present in a single strand. So here around RNA a viral protein coat is present. So next what happened? This is retrovirus. Then this virus infects a normal cell. Infects a normal cell. So it gets entry into the animal cell. The retrovirus gets entry into the animal cell. Before it gets entry into the animal cell, it have to remove its protein coat. Means this coat should be removed. This coat will be removed. After entry, this coat will be removed. And as we know, the genetic material is here RNA, but it need to be converted into DNA. As we know, the conversion of DNA into RNA is called transcription, but here the case is reverse. Means here the RNA need to be converted into DNA. That's why it goes through reverse transcriptase. Clear? So here the protein coat removed, then the viral RNA introduced into the cell. This is viral RNA. Then the viral RNA goes through reverse transcriptase. Means it is get converted into viral DNA. That viral DNA introduced into the host genome, means inside the nucleus. First it enters into the cell. For entering into the cell, it have to remove its viral protein coat. After removal of viral protein coat, its RNA undergoes reverse transcriptase. Through reverse transcriptase, it forms a DNA, and that DNA goes into our nucleus, inside our nucleus, and gets or makes complementary with our DNA and copies its characters. Now all the viral characters are present in our DNA. After completion of or after transforming the viral characters, it again released from the DNA. Means here released is the RNA. RNA after infecting the cell again comes from the nucleus in the form of RNA and forms new virus. Forms here 1, 2, 3 new viruses. Again these new viruses get ready to infect other cells. Clear, students? Listen. Here is the retrovirus. It has a RNA, and RNA is covered by a protein coat. When this virus get entry into our body, first it have to remove its viral protein coat. Viral protein coat is removed as this is RNA, but to infect the rDNA, it have to go through reverse transcriptase for making it a DNA. After formation of DNA, this DNA incorporated into the host genome, means inside the host gene, and it infects or transfers its viral character to our genetic material, and after infection completed, it again comes in the form of RNA, and that RNA again forms new viruses. These viruses again get ready to infect other cells. In this way, a single virus can completely affect our body in a less time period. And students, you remember, there is, as we know, there is no drugs for AIDS, so only prevention is the better measure for it. Means prevention is better than cure. So we should take some steps, like we should avoid multiple sex partners. We should not use infected needles. We should use disposable needles. Then before blood transfusion, we should know, or we should check whether the blood is come from any AIDS patient. We should not use the saving plates saving plates again and again, which is used by other persons. So these are the steps through which we can protect ourselves from the infection of AIDS. But if any person is affected from AIDS, then how can saved his life. As we know, we can't save his life, but nowadays some medicines are developed which can increase the lifespan up to 2 to 10 years. But listen, this disease have no medicines and no cure. Once a person infected from AIDS is surely die within a short time period. And the main symptom of this disease is weight loss. Gradually the person gets lost its weight. And small infections cause severe disease in that person as its immune system is get affected. You can look this and take the screenshot and you can see. Clear, students? So next we can say that to creating awareness among people, different organizations, means NGOs and governmental organizations are giving advertisements for prevention of AIDS or to protect the human beings from the dangerous situation of this AIDS. So they are creating awareness through televisions, radios, newspapers, how to prevent AIDS and completely eradicate from our, not only from our country but also from the world. This is how AIDS occurs. Symptoms, I have told you symptoms. It's causative organism, virus. Then how it occurs, how can it be prevented, and some antiretroviral drugs are given to those patients, and immunosuppressives or suppressants are given to the patients for increasing their lifespan. But remember, in this disease there is no chance of life. Clear? So this is all about your AIDS.